So we have all had our bad experiences with a lot of salesmen. Sales in general have got a very bad report. It feels very pushy. It feels very icky. And if you are working in a startup and you have to wear multiple hats, and there's a good chance that you might have to do some amount of sales. Either you're a startup or in some other form, you might have to do a lot of sales. And being very honest, we do not have a good experience with whatever the sales calls that we get, and at the end it's kind of demeaning to act as a salesperson, because you do not love them anyway, you do not look forward to their emails or calls. And if you do sales, then other people would kind of think of you the same way, right? And the problem is that, I mean, that is all true, but the problem is that we have got the whole narratives of sales backwards, right? So how do we think of sales, right? We start with the product or the service that we are offering. We start to think the benefits that we are offering, and then we assume that, okay, fine, this is the kind of customer that would fit into our persona. These are the benefits, and okay, we'll sell to this customer, this kind of customers in this many ways. This will be our pitch, and then maybe the customer would buy. If that person doesn't buy, we'll just keep on calling unless they like kick us away or cut the phone or maybe call police or whatever, right? So it's something, if you get the narrative, it's something which is very product centric, product or service centric, right? We do not think from the point of view of the customer, right? So let's call this supply side sales, because product or benefit or the service is the supply. But the other narrative is thinking about sales from the demand side, okay, from the customer side. So if we flip the narrative, it's something like this, that okay, fine, how and when does the customer buy? Okay, what are the problems they are struggling with? What is it that they want to change in their lives, right? What is the demand that is coming from them, right? Then if I start to think from then in from that perspective, then I can find a way to fit whatever I'm selling into their lives. And that is this whole framework of thinking as sales from a demand point of view changes the whole goddamn perspective, right? Light bulbs go off, right? For example, I'll give you a good example that I'm sitting in this chair. I sit on this, like, for example, 8 hours a day. I do not have any back pain. Like, I'm very comfortable. This is a good chair. And so tomorrow, if I walk by a furniture store, I will not get inside it, right? I'll just walk past. So I do not have any struggle, hence I do not have any demand, right? But on the other hand, if I have a back pain because I'm not comfortable sitting in this, and every day there is this constant back pain, it's hard for me to sleep. I cannot get a good night's sleep because of this chair. So I have this struggle, which is happening on a day in, day out basis. And this struggle, this continuous frustration creates demand, right? And what I essentially want is my back pain to go away. And this chair is maybe just one of the solutions, right? So once you understand, so why am I going and trying to get a chair or something else, or maybe a cushion that I might solve my problem, you as a salesman can start to tweak your narrative so that you understand my problem, you empathize with where I'm coming from, my point of view, and then maybe you can help him, right? So sales in that way becomes more like helping. Okay, I treat you as a person who is knowledgeable, who knows about my problem and is trying to help me, right? It doesn't feel icky anymore. Okay, it's the narrative changes completely, right? I'm looking forward to meet with you because you're the person who can actually solve my problem, right? So that is the first thing that we have to understand, that we have to identify demand. And how do we identify demand? It's very simple. You like stay curious about people, you try to observe their behavior, you try to understand what they do and why they do it, and you take a genuine interest in what they want to buy, what they want to get for themselves, and not what you want to sell, right? And this is a shift in perspective that you want to inculcate, and that will, I think, genuinely help, right? Because to be honest, truth be told, everybody is struggling with something, right? And their struggles may not match with your labels, but people have problems, right? For example, you can say that people have a time management problem, but that is not true, because time management is not a problem. It's a label, right? What do they struggle with? They struggle with procrastination, right? People have a problem with procrastination. People struggle uh, to understand if their project is on track. People struggle to understand if they can take up new projects without hampering their existing work. People want to keep track of where where the multiple projects are in the whole timeline. People want to track or understand if they can take time off, so that it shouldn't hamper their work. So these are the problems that they have. They do not have a time management problem. That is just, again, a supply side label, right? So once you identify those problems, again, you can, whenever you talk to people, you make a sales call, you make a sales email. If you mention those problems, the, hey, if are you struggling with this, then maybe you can solve it this way. People would want to talk to you, because being very honest, and that is like the holy grail of selling, everybody wants to buy, right? Everybody you're trying to sell or not sell, people are willing to buy, right? The only difference is that they do not want to be sold to, right? Because I have my own biases, my own set of values, my own problems, my own struggles, and I want to buy my own way, in my own way. I just do not want somebody to breathe down my shoulder and tell me, hey, this product has 10 benefits, this is 5, you should get this one because this is cheaper, we are running this offer, this is the seasonal offer, I'll give you the best price today. Those tactics doesn't work. That is old school. That is what is taught in schools, but that doesn't work in real life. In real life, you have to think from the point of view of a buyer. That buyer is trying to make progress in their life, and your job as a salesperson is just to help them progress in their life. You are in the helping business, not in selling BS, right? And I believe this perspective, this shift in perspective, is very important. Even if you're a salesman, if you're a kick-ass salesman, it'll be helpful. And if you're somebody who is like who's starting out to do sales, or you have to do sales for some reason, this perspective will definitely be helpful. Hope this was fruitful. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you soon. Till then, peace.